Let me begin with something simple. A question for all of you. When someone asks you, how have you been? What do you usually say? I'm good, I'm fine, or all okay, right? The same three responses, which are more than often seldom true to their meaning, which are often emotionally based. Somewhere along the way of progressing, becoming advanced, and simplifying our replies and responses, we have also simplified our emotions. We may be living in a world overflowing with stimulation, but internally, we have gone emotionally minimalist. Think about your morning when you wake up and the first thing that you go through is your phone, okay? We have developed a habit of using our phone first thing in the morning, right? We are on our bed, we are scrolling through videos, we are scrolling through short form content, reels, or YouTube shorts, or anything. All right, we see somebody getting engaged, happiness, a moment of joy. We see somebody sharing a political idea or a news of what is happening all over the world or our country. Maybe a sense of grief, maybe a sense of rage. We see somebody crying, maybe sharing a sob story, maybe sharing something that makes you feel kind of in doubt, right? So even before you have gotten up from your bed, you have felt so many emotions all in one endless loop because this scroll is never going to stop, right? You have to pull yourself out of it. So this endless loop of emotions, it overwhelms your brain, right? It overwhelms your brain, and because we are humans, we cannot feel everything at once. So we start feeling nothing. That's how we are wired, right? Mm, Now, there is something else also, right? There is this fear of being too much, too loud, too dramatic, too sensitive, or just too much, right? You express yourself, you get called out for being too sensitive. This is not something you should be crying over. What is that? This fear, it starts developing inside us in such a manner that we start compacting our feelings into small, tiny, and neat boxes and keeping them aside, right? So that somebody does not call us too much. Somebody does not point out that we are being oversensitive about something, we are being too much for something. Hmm? Now, similarly, even like taking this as an example, let me ask you something. Have you ever apologized for being too excited? For example, I won at a competition that was maybe not that important for somebody, maybe my friend, maybe my relative, and I'm too happy about it. I'm like, yes, I finally did it. I finally did it. They, these people who might not, understand the importance of this win, this achievement for me, they would call me, why are you being too loud? You would say, oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to overreact. If you have practiced this, if you have fallen into this loop of apologizing for something that made you upset, that made you happy, that made you angry, then you have also practiced emotional minimalism. Because you know what? Our emotions, they're like babies. They require care, they require attention. When you neglect them, when you put them in a corner, they cry and shriek, and they sit in your mind. They never leave. When you think that you have suppressed these emotions, they're not really suppressed. They're still there. They're waiting for you to maybe, they are waiting to find a crack within you so that they can come out. They're not your enemies. Emotions and feelings are never your enemies. They are your friends, which require some extra little care because obviously they are yours. They are for you. Now, when you give them that care, when you give them that attention, when you let them sit, when you let them be, within you. They slowly expand, and you expand with them. And with that comes the real part, the healing. So, one thing I want you all to take from here is that these emotions, they're not your enemies. So, let them sit. Let them sit with you and let them grow. Because these emotions are what makes you, you. Thank you.